All right, we're live. Will you start the chat for today with me? As soon as I see it over here. Oh, because I'm waiting. Okay, hold on. All right, we got sound over there. All right. Oh, they can't hear me out there. Okay, you can hear me now, right? Awesome. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Wednesday, December 25th, 2024. Wishing everyone a Merry Christmas. On behalf of the San Antonio Vehicle Impound Facility Auction, I'd like to welcome you here to the auction through JoeRados.com. My name is Dalia Ward Arriaga, and I'm licensed by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation. My license number is 18222. Before we get started with today's sale, I will go over some important terms and conditions. You must be 18 years or older to bid on today's vehicles. All vehicles today are sold as is, where is, with no warranties expressed or implied. All sales are final. A $32 processing fee applies to each vehicle that is purchased, and there is also a platform fee. Both of these fees are added to your bid price as seen on your screen. All vehicles must be paid for no later than Thursday. Payments can be made today after the auction until 10 p.m. and tomorrow until 4 p.m. That's Wednesday today and Thursday tomorrow of this week. The registered bidder must present a valid ID when paying out. Payments need to be made in person by cash, Visa, MasterCard, or Discover. The gate to remove your vehicles is open today after the auction until 9 p.m. Thursday and Friday, the gates open from 8:30 in the morning until 4 p.m. In order to remove any of the vehicles, you must have a paid invoice, and the vehicle must be removed by TDNR tow truck, trailer, or tow dolly with an electric winch. No guests are allowed when picking up your vehicle. It must be you only, and you must have a reflective vest on while you're in the yard. Vehicles must be registered within 20 days. This is a police impound, and if any third-party issues arise, you will not be able to receive any assistance. Let's get those cars registered within the 20 days. Buenas tardes, damas y caballeros. Hoy es miércoles, día 25 de diciembre 2024. Les deseo a todos una feliz Navidad. En nombre de la subasta de instalaciones de incautación de vehículos de San Antonio, me gustaría dar la bienvenida a la subasta a través de JoeRados.com. Mi nombre es Dalia Ward Arriaga y tengo la licencia del Departamento de Licencias y Regulaciones de Texas. Mi número de licencia es 18222. Antes de comenzar con la oferta de hoy, repasaré los términos y condiciones importantes. Debe tener 18 años o más para ofertar por los vehículos de hoy. Todos los vehículos se venden tal como están, sin garantía expresa o implícita, y todas las ventas son definitivas. Se aplica una tarifa de procesamiento de $32 a cada vehículo que se compra y también hay una tarifa de plataforma. Ambas son agregadas al precio de oferta como aparecen en su pantalla. Todos los vehículos deben pagarse a más tardar el jueves. Los pagos se pueden realizar hoy después de la subasta hasta las 10 de la noche y mañana hasta las 4 de la tarde. Ese es miércoles hoy y jueves mañana de esta semana. El postor registrado deberá presentar una identificación válida al realizar su pago. Pagos deben realizarse en persona con efectivo Visa, MasterCard o Discover. La puerta para retirar su vehículo se abrirá hoy después de la subasta hasta las 9 de la noche. Jueves y viernes la puerta se abrirá de 8 y 9 de la mañana hasta las 4 de la tarde. Para retirar cualquier vehículo debe tener una factura pagada y el vehículo debe ser retirado mediante una grúa, remolque o plataforma rodante chivielal con una moza eléctrica. No se permiten invitados al momento de recoger su vehículo. Debe ser solo usted y debe tener un chaleco reflectante puesto mientras está dentro de la instalación. Los vehículos deberán matricularse en el plazo de 20 días. Este es un depósito policial y si surgen problemas con terceros, no se les va a poder brindar asistencia. Por favor, de matricular los vehículos dentro de 20 días. Y en unos minutitos comenzamos la subasta. All right, there's 50 seconds on the clock, folks. En unos 50 segunditos comenzamos la subasta. And we're going to start with number one. This is this 2005 black Honda. All right, folks. Let's start on that. Lot number one is your 2005 Honda Other, folks. There it is. 200, now 2 1/4. 200 bid, now 2 1/4. Bid 2 1/4. 200, now 2 1/4. Bid 2 1/4. 225. 2 1/4 on the 2005 Honda. Bid 2 1/4. Sold. $200. Sold. $200. Moving on to lot number two, folks. It's going to be a 1988 Yamaha. Here we are, 1988 Yamaha, folks, lot number two. I'm at 375, now 400, $400. 375, now 400, bid 400, 375, now 400, bid 400, $400. Sold 375, sold 375. Lot number three is going to be a 2022 Tao. This is your lot number three, folks. 2020 Tao. I'm at 3.5 now, 375. 3.5 now, 375. 375. 375. 375. I'm at 3.5 now, 375. Bid 375. Sold 3.5. Sold 3.5. Lot number four is a 2025 Other, folks. This is a 2025 Other, your lot number four, folks. I'm at 400, now 4 1/4. 400 bid, now 4 1/4. Bid 4 1/4. 400, now 4 1/4. 4 1/4, now 4.5. I'm at 4 1/4, now 4.5. Bid 4.5, 450. 4.5, now 475. I'm 4.5, now 475, now 500. $500. 475, now 500. Bid 500. $500, now 5 1/4. 500 bid, now 5 1/4, now 5.5. 5 1/4, now 5.5. Bid 5.5. 550. 5.5. Bid 5.5. Sold 5 1/4. Sold 5 1/4. Moving on to lot number five is a 2004 Yamaha YZF R1. It's taking a nap, son. 2004 Yamaha, folks. 775, now 800. I'm at 775, now 800. Bid 800, $800. 775, now 800. Sold 775. Sold 775. All right, moving into the cars, folks. Now we're moving into the vehicles. Lot number six is a 2014 Mini Cooper Countryman. This one here is a 2014 Mini Cooper Countryman. I'm at 700, now 7 1/4. 700 bid, now 7 1/4. Bid 7 1/4. 700, now 7 1/4. 725. 725, now 7.5. I'm 7 1/4, now 7.5. Now 775. 775, now 800. 9 1/4. Bid 8 1/4, now 8.5. I'm 8.5, now 875. 875, now 900. Now 9 1/4. 900 bid, now 9 1/4. Now 9.5. I need 9.5. 9 1/4, now 9.5. Bid 9.5. 950. 9.5. Sold 9 1/4. Sold 9 1/4. Lot number seven is a 2004 Toyota Camry. This one here, folks, is a 2004 Toyota Camry. I'm at 2 1/4, now 2.5. 2 1/4, now 2.5. Bid 2.5. 2 1/4, now 2.5. 250. 2.5. 275, now 300. Bid 300. 275, now 300. Bid 300. $300. Bid 300. Sold 275. Sold 275. Lot number 8 is going to be the 2004 Mitsubishi Other. This one here, folks, is a 2004 Mitsubishi Other. I'm at 200, now 2 1/4. 200 bid, now 2 1/4. Bid 2 1/4. 225, 225, 2 1/4. Sold, $200. Sold, $200. Lot number 9 is going to be the 2017 Dodge Journey. This is your 2017 Dodge Journey, folks. 800, now 8 1/4. 800 bid, now 8 1/4. 8 1/4, now 8 1/2. I'm 8 1/2, now 875. Bid 875, now 900. $900. 875, now 900. Now 9 1/4. 9 1/4, now 9 1/2. Bid 9 1/2. 975, now 1,000. Bid 1,000, 1,050. $1,000 bid, now 1,050. Bid 1,050, 1,050. 1,050. Sold, 1,000. Sold, 1,000. Lot number 10 is a 2002 Acura TL. This is your 2002 Acura TL, folks. 200, now 2 1/4. 2 1/2, now 275. I'm at 2 1/2, now 275. 300, now 3 1/4. 300 bid, now 3 1/4. Bid 3 1/4. I need 3 1/4. 300, now 3 1/4. 325. Sold, $300. Sold, $300. Lot number 11 is going to be a 2016 Nissan 370Z. 2016 Nissan 370Z, folks. 8 1/4, now 8 1/2. I'm 8 1/4, now 8 1/2. 8 1/2, now 875, now 900. $900. 875, now 900. 9 1/4, now 9 1/2. 9 1/2, 975, 1,000, 1,050, 1,100. I need 1,100, now 11 1/2. 11 1/2, 12, now 12 1/2, now 13. Bid 13, now 13 1/2. Bid 13 1/2, 14. Bid 14, now 14 1/2. 1,400, 14, 15, now 15 1/2, now 16. I need 16. 15 1/2, now 16. 1,600, 16 1/2, now 17. 1,700, now 17 1/2. Bid 17 1/2, now 18. Bid 18, now 18 1/2. 18 1/2, 19, now 19 1/2. 19 1/2, now 2,000, $2,000. 2,000, now 2,050. Bid 2,050, now 21. I need 2,100. 2,050, now 21, now 21 1/2. Bid 21 1/2, now 22. Now 22 1/2. I'm 22 1/2, now 23. Bid 23, now 23 1/2. 2,300, now 23 1/2, now 24. Bid 24. 2,400, now 24 1/2. I'm at 24 1/2, now 25, now 25 1/2. Bid 25 1/2, now 26. Bid 26, now 26 1/2. I'm at 2,600, now 26 1/2. Bid 26 1/2, now 27. 2,700, now 27 1/2. Bid 27 1/2, now 28. I need 28. 27 1/2, now 28. Bid 2,800, now 28 1/2. I need 28 1/2. 2,800, now 28 1/2. Now 29. Bid 2,900, now 29 1/2. Bid 29 1/2. Now 3,000. Bid 3,000. $3,000. 3,000, now 3,050. I need 3,050. I'm at 3,000, now 3,050. Bid 3,050, now 31. 3,100, now 31 1/2. Bid 31 1/2. Yes or no? 31 1/2. 3,150. Sold, 3,100. Sold, 3,100. Lot number 12 is a 2007 Chrysler Sebring. Here's your 2007 Chrysler Sebring, folks. 400, now 4 1/4. 400 bid, now 4 1/4. Bid 4 1/4. 425, 4 1/2, now 475. I'm at 4 1/2, now 475. Bid 475, 475. 475, now 500. Bid 500, now 5 1/4. 500 bid, now 5 1/4. Bid 5 1/4. 525. Sold, $500. Sold, $500. Lot number 13 is a 2002 Volkswagen Beetle. (2002) Volkswagen Beetle, folks. I'm at 375, 400, now 4 1/4. 400 bid, now 4 1/4. Bid 4 1/4. 425, 425. 4 1/4. 4 1/4. Sold, $400. Sold, $400. Lot number 14 is going to be your 2003 Mitsubishi Eclipse. This one here, folks, is a 2003 Mitsubishi Eclipse. I'm at 300, now 3 1/4. 300 bid, now 3 1/4. Bid 3 1/4. 325, 325. 3 1/4. 3 1/2. 375. 4, now 4 1/4. I need 4 1/4. 400, now 4 1/4. 425, 425. Sold, $400. Sold, $400. Lot number 15 is going to be a rebuilt salvage 2012 Ford Fusion, folks. This one here is a rebuilt salvage 2012 Ford Fusion. Rebuilt salvage, folks. 500, now 5 1/4. 500 bid, now 5 1/4. Bid 5 1/4, now 5 1/2. On 5 1/4, 5 1/2, now 575. 575, now 600, now 6 1/4. Bid 6 1/4. 600, now 6 1/4, now 6 1/2. I need 6 1/2. 6 1/2, 650, 650, now 675. 675, now 700. Bid 700, $700. 675, now 700. Now 7 1/4. 700 bid, now 7 1/4, now 7 1/2. I need 7 1/2. 7 1/4, now 7 1/2. Bid 7 1/2. Now 775. I'm 775, now 800. Bid 800, now 8 1/4. 800 bid, now 8 1/4, now 8 1/2. I'm 8 1/2, now 875. Bid 875, now 900. $900. 875, now 900. Bid 900. Sold 875. Sold 875. Lot number 16 is going to be the 2018 Kia Soul. Attention. There it is, 2018 Kia Soul, folks. 1100, 11 1/2, now 1200. 1200, now 12 1/2, now 13. Bid 13, 1300, 1300, now 13 1/2. I'm at 1300, now 13 1/2, now 14. Bid 14, 1400, now 14 1/2. I'm at 1400, now 14 1/2. Bid 14 1/2, 1450, now 15. I need 15, 14 1/2, now 15. Bid 15, 1500, now 15 1/2. I'm at 1500, now 15 1/2. Bid 1550, 1550. Sold 1500, sold 1500. Lot number 17 is a 2010 Ford Fusion. Whoa. 2010 Ford Fusion, folks. 4 1/2, now 475. I'm at 4 1/2, now 475. Bid 475, 475, 475, now 500. Bid 500, now 5 1/4. 500 bid, now 5 1/4. Bid 5 1/4, 525, 5 1/4. 525, now 5 1/2. I'm 5 1/4, now 5 1/2. Bid 5 1/2, now 575. I'm 575, now 600. Bid 600, now 6 1/4. 600 bid, now 6 1/4. Bid 6 1/4, 625, now 6 1/2. I'm 6 1/4, now 6 1/2, now 675. Bid 675, 675, now 700. I'm 700, now 7 1/4. 700 bid, now 7 1/4. Bid 7 1/4, 725, now 7 1/2. I'm 7 1/4, now 7 1/2, now 775. Bid 775, 775, now 800. Bid 800, 775, now 800, now 8 1/4. 800 bid, now 8 1/4. Bid 8 1/4, 825, 825. Sold $800. Sold $800. Lot number 18 is going to be a 2003 Honda Accord. This is your 2003 Honda Accord, folks. 5 1/4, now 5 1/2. I'm 5 1/4, now 5 1/2. Bid 5 1/2, now 575. I'm 5 1/2, now 575. Bid 575, now 600. Bid 600, now 6 1/4. 6 1/4, now 6 1/2. Bid 6 1/2, 650, now 675. I'm 6 1/2, now 675. Bid 675, now 700. $700. 700, now 7 1/4. Bid 7 1/4. 725, now 7 1/2. I'm at 7 1/4, now 7 1/2. Bid 7 1/2, now 775. Bid 775, 7 1/2, now 775, now 800. Bid 800, 775, now 800. Now 8 1/4. 800 bid, now 8 1/4. Bid 8 1/4, 825, now 8 1/2. I'm 8 1/4, now 8 1/2. Bid 8 1/2, 850. Sold 8 1/4. Sold 8 1/4. Lot number 19 is rebuilt salvage, folks. Lot number 19 is rebuilt salvage. and it is a 2012 Kia Other, folks, rebuilt salvage. Four and a quarter, now four and a half. I'm four and a quarter, now four and a half. Bid four and a half, four and a quarter, now four and a half. Bid four and a half, 450, 450. Sold four and a quarter, sold four and a quarter. Lot number 20 is a 2013 Honda Civic. This one here is a 2013 Honda Civic, folks. 575, now 600. 600, now six and a quarter. 600 bid, now six and a quarter. Bid six and a quarter, six and a quarter, six and a half, now 675. 675, now 700, now seven and a quarter. Bid seven and a quarter, now seven and a half. Seven and a half, 775. Now 800, and now eight and a quarter. 800 bid, now eight and a quarter, eight and a half, now 875. I need 875, now 900, now nine and a quarter, nine and a half. Bid nine and a half, now 975, now 1,000. Bid 1,000, $1,000. 975, now 1,000. Bid 1,000, 1,050. $1,000 bid, now 1,050. Now 1,100. Bid 1,100, 1,100. 1,100. 1,100, now 11 and a half. I'm at 11 and a half, now 1,200. Bid 1,200, 1,200. $1,200. All done all through, 12 and a half, now 13. Bid 13, 12 and a half, now 13, now 13 and a half. Bid 13 and a half, 1,350. 1,350, 1,350, now 14. I need 14. 13 and a half, now 14, now 14 and a half. I'm 1,400, now 14 and a half, now 15. Bid 15, 1,500, 1,500. 1,500, now 15 and a half, now 16. I need 16. 15 and a half, now 16. Bid 16, 1,600, now 16 and a half. I'm at 1,600, now 16 and a half. Bid 1,650, now 17. I need 17. 16 and a half, now 17. Sold 16 and a half, sold 16 and a half. Lot number 21 is a 2004 Honda Accord. This one here, folks, is your 2004 Honda Accord. I'm at 300, now 3 and a quarter. 300 bid, now 3 and a quarter. Bid 3 and a quarter. 325, 325. 3 and a half, now 375. I'm at 3 and a half, now 375. Bid 375, 375. Sold 3 and a half, sold 3 and a half. Lot number 22, salvage, folks. This one here is your salvage 2003 Mercedes S-Class. This is a salvage, folks. 3 and a quarter, now 3 and a half. I'm at 3 and a quarter, now 3 and a half. Bid 3 and a half, 3 and a quarter, now 3 and a half. 350. 375, now 400. I need 400. 375, now 400. Bid 400, $400. 4 and a quarter, now 4 and a half. I'm at 4 and a quarter, now 4 and a half, now 475. Bid 475, 475, now 500. Bid 500, 500, now 5 and a quarter. 500 bid, now 5 and a quarter. Bid 5 and a quarter, 525. 525, now 5 and a half. 5 and a quarter, now 5 and a half. Bid 5 and a half, now 575. I'm 5 and a half, now 575. 575, 575, now 600. Bid 600, $600. 600, now 6 and a quarter. Bid 6 and a quarter, 625. Sold $600, sold $600. Lot number 23 is going to be a 2011 Buick Lucerne. Missing the shoes. 2011 Buick Lucerne, folks. 475, now 500. Bid 500, now 5 and a quarter. 500 bid, now 5 and a quarter. Bid 5 and a quarter, 525. 525. 5 and a quarter, now 5 and a half. I'm 5 and a half, now 575. Bid 575. 575. 575, now 600. Bid 600, now 6 and a quarter. 600 bid, now 6 and a quarter, now 6 and a half. I'm 6 and a quarter, now 6 and a half, now 675. Bid 675, 675. Now 700. Bid 700. 675, now 700. Now 7 and a quarter. 700 bid, now 7 and a quarter. Bid 7 and a quarter. 725. Now 7 and a half. Bid 7 and a half. 7 and a quarter, now 7 and a half. Bid 7 and a half. 750. Sold 7 and a quarter. Sold 7 and a quarter. Lot number 24 is going to be the 1995 Ford Mustang. 1995 Ford Mustang, folks. I'm 2.5, now 275. 275, 300, now 3.25. 300 bid, now 3.25. Bid 3.25, now 3.5. I'm 3.5, now 375. Bid 375, 375. 375. Sold 3.5. Sold 3.5. Lot number 25 is your 2000 Mitsubishi Mirage. 2000 Mitsubishi Mirage, folks. 200, now 2.25. 200 bid, now 2.25. Bid 2.25. 225, 225. 2.25. 225. Sold $200. Sold $200. Lot number 26 is a 2005 Chevrolet Malibu. This one here, folks, is a 2005 Chevy Malibu, folks. I'm at 2.5, now 275. 2.5, now 275. 275, 275. Now 300, now 3.25. 300 bid, now 3.25. Bid 3.25. 325, 325. 3.5, now 375. I'm at 3.5, now 375. Bid 375. Sold 3.5. Sold 3.5. Lot number 27 is a 2007 Infiniti M35. 2007 Infiniti M35, folks. 475, 500, now 5.25. 500 bid, now 5.25. Bid 5.25. 525, now 5.5. I'm 5.25, now 5.5. Bid 5.5. 550. Now 575. I'm at 5.5, now 575. 575, 575, now 600. Bid 600. $600. 575, now 600. Now 6.25. 600 bid, now 6.25. Bid 6.25. 625, 625. Now 6.5. I'm at 6.25, now 6.5. Bid 6.5, 650. Sold 6.25. Sold 6.25. Lot number 28 is a 2012 Volkswagen Passat. This one here is a 2012 Volkswagen Passat, folks. Here we go. 575, now 600. I'm 575, now 600, now 6.25. 600 bid, now 6.25. Bid 6.25. 625, now 6.5. I'm 6.25, now 6.5. Bid 6.5, now 675. I'm 6.5, now 675, now 700. Bid 700. 675, now 700. Sold 675. Sold 675. Lot number 29 is going to be the 2006 Chevrolet Malibu. This one here, 2006 Chevy Malibu, folks. 300, now 3.25. 300 bid, now 3.25. Bid 3.25. 325, 325, now 3.5. I'm at 3.5, now 375. Bid 375, 375. Now 400. Bid 400, 375, 400, now 4.25. 400 bid, now 4.25. Bid 4.25, 425. Sold $400. Sold $400. Lot number 30 is a 2003 Ford F-150. What's this thing? 2003 Ford F-150, folks. 7.25, now 7.5. I'm at 7.25, now 7.5. Bid 7.5, now 775. I'm 7.5, now 775. 775, 775. 775, now 800. Bid 800, now 8.25. 800 bid, now 8.25. Bid 8.25. 825. I'm 8.25, now 8.5. I'm 8.25, now 8.5. Now 875. Bid 875, 875. Now 900. Bid 900, now 9.25. 900 bid, now 9.25. Bid 9.25. 925. Sold $900. Sold $900. Lot number 31 is a 2010 Dodge Avenger. This is your 2010 Dodge Avenger, folks. 575, now 600. Bid 600. 575, now 600, now 6 and a quarter, now 6 and a half. I need 6 and a half. 6 and a quarter, now 6 and a half. Bid 6 and a half. 650, now 675. I'm 6 and a half, now 675. Let's close this window because that's what it's doing. 675, now 700. Bid 700. Sold 675. Sold 675. Lot number 33 is a 2001 Pontiac Grand Am. 2001 Pontiac Grand Am, folks. 200, now 2 and a quarter. 200 bid, now 2 and a quarter. Bid 2 and a quarter. 225, 225, 2 and a quarter. 2 and a half, now 275. I'm at 2 and a half, now 275. Bid 275. 300, now 3 and a quarter. 300 bid, now 3 and a quarter. Bid 3 and a quarter. 325. Sold $300. Sold $300. Lot number 34 is a 2013 Chrysler 200. 2013 Chrysler 200, folks. I'm at 7 and a quarter, now 7 and a half. 7 and a quarter, now 7 and a half. Bid 7 and a half, 750. 7 and a half on the Chrysler 200. 7 and a half, now 775. I'm 7 and a half, now 775. Bid 775. 775, now 800. Bid 800. 775, now 800. Bid 800. Sold 775. Sold 775. Lot number 35 is a 2001 Dodge Ram. This is your 2001 Dodge Ram, folks. 4 and a quarter, now 4 and a half. I'm at 4 and a quarter, now 4 and a half. Bid 4 and a half, 4 and a quarter, now 4 and a half, now 475. Bid 475, 4 and a half, now 475. Bid 475, now 500. Bid 500, $500. 475, now 500. Bid 500, now 5 and a quarter. 500 bid, now 5 and a quarter, now 5 and a half. I'm 5 and a quarter, now 5 and a half. Bid 5 and a half, $550. 5 and a half, now 575. I'm 575, now 600. Bid 600, now 6 and a quarter. 600 bid, now 6 and a quarter, now 6 and a half. I need 6 and a half. 6 and a quarter, now 6 and a half, now 675. 675, now 700. Bid 700, $700. Now 7 and a quarter. 7 and a bid, now 7 and a quarter, now 7 and a half. I need 7 and a half. 7 and a quarter, now 7 and a half. Bid 7 and a half, 750. Now 775. I'm 775, now 800. Bid 800. Now 8 and a quarter. 800 bid, now 8 and a quarter. Now 8 and a half. I'm 8 and a quarter, now 8 and a half. Bid 8 and a half, 850, 850. Sold 8 and a quarter. Sold 8 and a quarter. Lot number 36 is a 2015 Dodge Charger. 2015 Dodge Charger, folks. 11 and a half, now 1200, now 12 and a half. I'm at 1200, now 12 and a half, now 13. Bid 13, 12 and a half, now 13, now 13 and a half. I'm 13 and a half, now 14. Bid 14, now 14 and a half. 14 and a half, 15, now 15 and a half. 15 and a half, now 16. Bid 16, now 16 and a half, now 17. Bid 1700, 1700, now 17 and a half. I'm 17 and a half, now 18. Bid 18, 1800, now 18 and a half. 18 and a half, now 19. Bid 19, 1900, 1900, now 19 and a half. I need 19 and a half. 1900, 19 and a half, now 2000. Bid 2000, $2,000. 19 and a half, now 2000. Now 2050. I need 2050. I'm at 2000, now 2050, now 21. Bid 2100, 2100. 2100. Sold 2050. Sold 2050. Lot number 37 is your 2006 Ford F-150. This one here, folks, 2006 Ford F-150, folks. 775, now 800. Bid 800. 775, now 800. Bid 800, now 8 and a quarter, now 8 and a half. I'm 8 and a quarter, now 8 and a half. Bid 8 and a half, 850, now 875. I'm 8 and a half, now 875, now 900. Bid 900, now 9 and a quarter. 900 bid, now 9 and a quarter. Bid 9 and a quarter, now 9 and a half. I'm 9.5, now 975. Bid 975, 975. 975, now 1,000. Bid 1,000, 1,050. $1,000 bid, now 1,050. Bid 1,050, 1,050. Sold 1,000, sold 1,000. Lot number 38, salvage, folks. This is a salvage 2008 Saturn Aura. Salvage, salvage, salvage 2008 Saturn Aura, folks. 3.5, now 375. I'm at 3.5, now 375. Bid 375, 375. 375. 400, now 4.25. 400 bid, now 4.25. Bid 4.25. 425, 425, now 4.5. I'm at 4.5, now 475. Bid 475. 475. Sold 4.5, sold 4.5. Lot number 39 is a 2009 GMC Acadia. This one here, folks, is going to be the 2009 GMC Acadia, folks. 8.25, now 8.5. I'm 8.25, now 8.5. Bid 8.5, 8.25, now 8.5. Bid 8.5. Sold 8.25, sold 8.25. Lot number 40 is a 2000 Honda Accord. This is your 2000 Honda Accord, folks. 275, now 300. I'm 275, now 300, 3.25, now 3.5. I need 3.5, 3.5, 375. Bid 375, 400. Bid 400, $400, now 4.25. 400 bid, now 4.25, now 4.5. I'm 4.25, now 4.5, now 475, now 500. $500, now 5.25. Bid 5.25, now 5.5. I'm 5.25, now 5.5, now 575. Bid 575, now 600, now 6.25. 600 bid, now 6.25. Bid 6.25, 625. Now 6.5. I'm 6.5, now 675, now 700. Bid 700, now 7.25. 700 bid, now 7.25. Bid 7.25, 725. Now 7.5. I'm 7.25, now 7.5. Bid 7.5, 750. Sold 7.25, sold 7.25. Lot number 41 is a 1998 Toyota Camry, folks. 1998 Toyota Camry. 2.5, now 275. I'm at 2.5, now 275. Bid 275, 275. 275. Bid 275. Sold 2.5, sold 2.5. Lot number 42 is a 2003 Ford F-150. 2003 Ford F-150, folks. Here we go. 575, now 600. 600, now 6.25. 600 bid, now 6.25, now 6.5. Bid 6.5. 650. 6.5. Now 675. 675, now 700. Bid 700. $700. 675, now 700. Bid 700. Now 7.25. 700 bid, now 7.25, now 7.5. 7.5, now 775. Bid 775, now 800. Bid 800, now 8.25. 800 bid, now 8.25, now 8.5. I'm 8.25, now 8.5. Bid 8.5, 850, 850. Now 875. I'm 875, now 900, now 9.25. 900 bid, now 9.25. Now 9.5. I'm 9.25, now 9.5. Bid 9.5, 950, 950, 9.5. Now 975. I'm 975, now 1,000. Bid 1,000, $1,000. 975, now 1,000. Bid 1,000. Sold 975, sold 975. Lot number 43 is a 2004 Cadillac SRX. 2004 Cadillac SRX. I'm at 475, 500, now 5.25. 500 bid, now 5.25. Bid 5.25, now 5.5. I'm 5.5, now 575. 575, now 600. Bid 600. 575, now 600. Sold 575. Sold 575. Lot number 44 is a 2004 Jeep Grand Cherokee. This is your 2004 Jeep Grand Cherokee, folks. 475, now 500, $500. 475, 500, now 5 and a quarter. 5 and a quarter, now 5 and a half. Bid 5 and a half, 5 and a half, now 575. 575, now 600. Bid 600, $600. 575, now 600. Bid 600, now 6 and a quarter, now 6 and a half. I need 6 and a half. 6 and a half, now 675, now 700. Bid 700, now 7 and a quarter. 700 bid, now 7 and a quarter. Bid 7 and a quarter, 725, now 7 and a half. I'm 7 and a quarter, now 7 and a half. Bid 7 and a half, 750. Sold 7 and a quarter, sold 7 and a quarter. Lot number 45 is a 2008 Lexus RX 400H. This is a 2008 Lexus RX 400H, folks. 6 and a quarter, now 6 and a half. I'm 6 and a quarter, now 6 and a half. 675, now 700. I need 700, 7 and a quarter, 7 and a half. 7 and a half, 775, 800. Bid 800, $800. Now 8 and a quarter, now 8 and a half. I'm 8 and a quarter, now 8 and a half. Bid 8 and a half, 850, 875, now 900. Bid 900, $900. 875, 900, 9 and a quarter, now 9 and a half. I need 9 and a half. 975, now 1,000. Bid 1,000, now 1,050, now 1,100. I need 1,100. 1,050, now 1,100. Bid 1,100, 1,100, 1,100. Sold 1,050. Sold 1,050. Lot number 46 is a 2004 Dodge Ram. This is the 2004 Dodge Ram, folks. 4 and a quarter, now 4 and a half. I'm 4 and a quarter, now 4 and a half. Bid 4 and a half, 475, now 500, now 5 and a quarter, now 5 and a half. I'm 5 and a quarter, now 5 and a half. Now 575, 575, now 600. Bid 600, 6 and a quarter, now 6 and a half. 6 and a half, now 675, 675, now 700, $700. 700, 7 and a quarter, now 7 and a half. Bid 7 and a half, now 775, 775, now 800. Bid 800, $800. 775, now 800. Bid 800. Sold 775. Sold 775. Lot number 47 is a 2008 Kia Sorento. Kia Sorento, folks. 4 and a quarter, now 4 and a half. I'm 4 and a quarter, now 4 and a half. Bid 4 and a half, $450. 4 and a half, I'm 4 and a quarter, now 4 and a half. Bid 4 and a half, 475, now 500. Bid 500, $500. Bid 500, 475, now 500, now 5 and a quarter. 500 bid, now 5 and a quarter. Bid 5 and a quarter, 525, 525. Now 5 and a half. I'm 5 and a half, now 575. Bid 575, 575, 575, now 600. Bid 600, now 6 and a quarter. 600 bid, now 6 and a quarter. Bid 6 and a quarter, 625. Now 6 and a half. 6 and a half, now 675. Bid 675. 675. Now 700. 700, now 7 and a quarter. 700 bid, now 7 and a quarter. Bid 7 and a quarter, 725. Now 7 and a half. I'm 7 and a quarter, now 7 and a half, now 775. Bid 775. Sold 7 and a half. Sold 7 and a half. Lot number 48 is a 2010 Nissan Xterra. Lot number 48 is a 2010 Nissan Xterra, folks. 775, 800, now 8 and a quarter. 800 bid, now 8 and a quarter. Bid 8 and a quarter, 825, 825, now 8 and a half. I'm 8 and a quarter, now 8 and a half, now 875. Bid 875, 875, now 900. Bid 900, 875, now 900, $900. Bid $900. Sold 875. Sold 875. Lot number 49 is a 2007 Dodge Durango. 2007 Dodge Durango, folks. 5.5, now 575. I'm 5.5, now 575. Bid 575, now 600. Bid 600, 575, now 600. Bid 600, $600. 575, now 600. Now 6.25. 600 bid, now 6.25, now 6.5. I need 6.5. 6.25, now 6.5. Bid 6.5, 650, now 675. 675, now 700. Bid 700, $700. Sold 675. Sold 675. Lot number 50 is a 1999 Ford F-150, folks. 1999 Ford F-150, folks. 475, 500, now 5.25. 500 bid, now 5.25. Bid 5.25. 525, 525, 5.25. Bid 5.25. 525. Now 5.5. Now 5.25. Now 5.5. Now 575. Bid 575. Now 600. Bid 600. $600. Now 6.25. 6.25. Now 6.5. Bid 6.5. Now 675. I'm 675. Now 700. Bid 700. Now 7.25. 700 bid. Now 7.25. Now 7.5. I'm 7.25. Now 7.5. Bid 7.5. Now 775. I'm 775. Now 800. Bid 800. 775. Now 800. Now 8.25. 800 bid. Now 8.25. Now 8.5. I need 8.5. 8.25. Now 8.5. Now 875. Bid 875. Now 900. Bid 900. $900. Now 9.25. 900 bid. Now 9.25. Now 9.5. I need 9.5. 9.25. Now 9.5. Bid 9.5. $950. Now 975. Bid 975. 975. Sold 9.5. Sold 9.5. Lot number 51 is a 2013 Ford Escape. (2013) Ford Escape, folks. 675. 700, now 7.25. 700 bid, now 7.25. Bid 7.25. 725. 725. Sold $700. Sold $700. Lot number 52, rebuilt salvage, folks. This is a rebuilt salvage 2005 Cadillac Escalade ESV, folks. Rebuilt salvage on this one, folks. 775, now 800. I'm 770, 800, 8.25, now 8.5. I'm 8.25, now 8.5. 875, now 900. Bid 900. 875, now 900, 9.25, now 9.5. I need 9.5, 9.25, now 9.5, now 975, now 1,000. Bid 1,000, 1,050, now 1,100. Bid 1,100, 1,100, 1,100, now 11.5. I need 11.5, 1,100, now 11.5. Bid 11.5, now 1,200. Bid 1,200, 11.5, now 1,200. Bid 1,200. Sold 11.5. Sold 11.5. Lot number 53 is a 2014 Ram 1500, folks. This is a 2014 Ram 1500, folks. 1,700, now 17.5, now 18. Bid 18. I'm 1,800, now 18.5, now 19. Bid 19, 18, 19, now 19.5. I'm at 1,900, now 19.5. Bid 19.5, 2,000, now 2,050. 2,050, now 21. Bid 21, 2,100, now 21.5. I'm at 2,100, now 21.5, now 22. 2,200, now 22.5, now 23. Bid 23. 2,300, now 23.5. Bid 23.5, now 24. I need 24. 23.5, now 24. Now 24.5. Bid 24.5. 24.50, now 25. Bid 25. 24.5, now 25. Those 1,500, now 25.5. I'm 2,500, now 25.5. Bid 25.5. 25.50. Sold 2,500. Sold 2,500. All right, folks, this next one coming up is a 2010 Jeep Grand Cherokee. But before I go any further, folks, I just got word from the office that they will be closing today at 9 o'clock. So today, payments can be made till 9 o'clock. Don't forget that, folks. Today is until 9 instead of 10 o'clock. So just a reminder. Acabo de recibir notificación de la oficina que hoy van a cerrar a las 9. So, por favor, de hacer los pagos antes de las 9 de la noche. Gracias. Thank you, guys. 2010 Jeep Grand Cherokee, 7.25, now 7.5. This is your lot number 54. 7.25, now 7.5. Bid 7.5, 750. Sold 7.25, sold 7.25. Lot number 55 is the 2014 Ford Escape. 2014 Ford Escape, folks. 475, now 500. $500, $475, now 500. Bid 500, 5.25, now 5.5. I need 5.5. 5.25, now 5.5. 575, now 600. Bid 600, $600, $575, now 600, now 6.25. Bid 6.25, 600, now 6.25, now 6.5. I need 6.5. 6.25, now 6.5. Bid 6.5, 650, now 675. I'm 6.5, 675, now 700. Bid 700, $700, bid 700. Sold 675, sold 675. Lot number 56, 2009 Kia Sportage, rebuilt salvage, folks. This one here is a rebuilt salvage 2009 Kia Sportage, rebuilt salvage, folks. 4.5, now 475. 475, now 500, now 5.25. 500 bid, now 5.25. Bid 5.25, 525, now 5.5. I'm 5.5, now 575. Bid 575, now 600. Bid 600, now 6.25. 600 bid, now 6.25. Now 6.5. I'm 6.25, now 6.5, now 675. 675, now 700. 700, now 7.25. 700 bid, now 7.25. Bid 7.25, now 7.5. 7.5, now 775. Bid 775, 775, now 800. Bid 800, now 8.25. 800 bid, now 8.25, now 8.5. I'm 8.25, now 8.5. Bid 8.5, now 875. I'm 8.5, now 875. Bid 875, now 900. Bid 900, 875, now 900. Bid 900, now 9.25. 900 bid, now 9.25. Bid 9.25, 925. Now 9.5. I'm 9.5, now 975. Bid 975. Sold 9.5. Sold 9.5. Lot number 57, 2018 Alfa Romeo Stelvio. A 2018 Alfa Romeo Stelvio. 9.25, now 9.5. I'm 9.25, now 9.5. Bid 9.5, now 975. I'm 9.5, now 975, now 1,000. Bid 1,000, now 1,050. 1,050, now 1,100. Bid 1,100, 1,100, 1,100, now 11.5. I'm at 11.5, now 1,200. Bid 1,200, 1,200, now 12.5. I'm 12.5, now 13. Bid 13, now 13.5. 13.5, now 14. Bid 14, now 14.5, now 15. 1,500. 1,500, now 15.5, now 16. 16.5. Bid 16.5, now 17. 17.5. Bid 17.5, now 18. 1,800. 1,800. Bid 1,800. Now 18.5. 18.5, now 19. Now 19.5, now 2,000. $2,000. 2,000, now 2,050. Now 21. Bid 21. 2,050, now 21. Bid 2,100, now 21.5. I'm 21.5, now 22. Bid 22, now 22.5. 22.5, now 23. Bid 23. 2,300, now 23.5. I'm at 23.5, now 24. Bid 24, now 24.5. Bid 24.5, 24.50. Sold 2,400. Sold 2,400. Lot number 58 is a 2016 Nissan Pathfinder, folks. 2016 Nissan Pathfinder, folks. Here we go. 8.5, now 875. I'm 8.5, now 875. Bid 875, 875. 875,